Hello and welcome to CarAlarm Reviews WWE SmackDown. My name is Alex,
And I'm Gavin.
and to start the show, we had New Day come out to begin an 8-man tag team match, but they were followed by a mob of men with instruments wearing New Day shirts. Some might call that a band, I call it a mob. They were wearing unicorn horns and New Day shirts, doing the New Day theme song. It was pretty cool. And when New Day got in the ring, they started handing out Mardi Gras beads. They say that oh my bad, excuse me. Usos interrupt them. Before they could say anything, Breezango interrupts. And they say Usos day one is G for gross instead of H. Have you been following the past few weeks when they say day one is H instead of day one-ish?
Yeah.
For the Usos. I like Breezango a lot. And then Tyler Breeze tells Fandango to book him. But right as he does that, the Colognes interrupt and threaten New Day and Fashion Police. And then the match begins after the commercial break. And it was a pretty good match. I thought it was fine. It was a little 8-man tag match. They still do the little commercial video, which I like a lot, where it goes to the commercial and they just kind of minimize the action into the corner, even though nothing still happens because they still treat it like a commercial. I mean, I guess as they should, so it's just a lot of rest holds and stuff. But it's nice to see that still there. One thing, the end of the match came and Fandango tried to clothesline one of the Usos. I don't know them apart. He tried to clothesline him over the rope and he didn't go over the rope. Fandango went clean over the rope. He just flew right over it like nothing. But the Uso didn't go over at all. And it looked bad. Not bad in a bad way. It looked bad, like it hurt, and the Uso sold it really well, because he kind of went over, and the rope was on his back, and then he came back into the ring, and he was just, like, flopping around like he was dying. It looked nice. And the New Day pinned the Colognes when Kofi puts one of the Colognes, again, who cares, puts him across his knee, and Woods jumps from the top rope for like a double foot stomp to the chest of the Cologne for the pin and the win. They call that the up, up, down, down. You have any thoughts on New Day or any of the teams involved in that?
I like all the teams involved in that, except the Colognes. They're the only not good ones.
Oh, dude, Los Matadores.
I didn't like them.
Dude, Shining Stars.
Nope.
Oh, what?
They're awful.
Those are two great gimmicks.
And I'm sorry, their names is spelled a lot like Colwyn's.
Yeah.
So, I can't get behind someone whose name is spelled Colwyn's without any, like, accent marks over anything.
There was an accent mark over the O.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. There is an accent mark over the O. You got caught there, boy. Okay, you want to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, backstage we see AJ and Nakamura hanging out with Zayn when Sami Zayn joins and tells them that they need to come up with a plan because later tonight they have a 6-man tag against Owens, Corbin, and Ziggler. He basically never stops talking, Sami Zayn. He's just asking them, how do we plan this? What if their plan is that we're planning and they need to counter our plan? It's pretty entertaining, and AJ just says, we're good. We don't need anything. And Zayn goes away and Nakamura says, I like him. Which, that was really cool. And then Mojo backstage is being interviewed about his loss to Jinder Mahal last week, which neither of us saw. But apparently he lost to Jinder Mahal. They showed a replay. And he says that it hurts him a lot and he's been thinking about it for the past week. When Ryder shows up, puts a hand on his shoulder, and says he's ready to get back and finish the business that they started as the Hype Bros. So it looks like they're back together.
Good. I like the Hype Bros.
I do too. I think, are they still #1 contenders now that they're back?
I think they might. I don't think so.
Because they won that match.
They did.
A while back on SmackDown.
I think they might be. But, I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll get into Money in the Bank predictions later, but real quick, just for fun, do you think New Day's gonna beat the Usos? at Money in the Bank for the championships because it's just a one-on-one.
I don't.
As far as I know.
Maybe. Honestly, I think they might.
I think if they don't, then maybe Hype Bros will get it. But I like New Day enough. They were former Raw Tag Team Champions. Would they be the only team that had both titles? I think they would.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move on. Then we had Naomi versus Tamina. And it was an okay match. It wasn't that bad. But last week, Lana cost Naomi the victory in a, I think, 6-woman tag when she came out and distracted Naomi. And this week, she shows up at the beginning of the match at ringside and just stands there for the match. She doesn't get involved until afterwards. Apparently, Lana is getting a title shot at Naomi at Money in the Bank.
Really?
Yes, her first match, her debut match, will be against Naomi. But I think it's because Naomi, just accepted it. I don't think it's just random. I think it was story-wise. I didn't watch last week. But I think story-wise, Lana was like, I want a title match, and Naomi was like, hell yeah, I like fighting people. Because that's the way it sounded on commentary.
That's actually pretty good for Lana.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully she's good in the ring.
Yeah.
She had that one WrestleMania match 2 years ago. I don't think she will be. She was better than even at WrestleMania 2 years ago.
True.
And I don't think she had much training at that point. I'm not sure though. But there was some "We Want Rusev" chants while Lana was out there, which is a cool, an odd also change.
I like that.
We want Lana chants. I do miss old Ruru.
I didn't like him, but I do too.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Naomi has this new move. I think it's new. I haven't seen her do it until now, or at least I haven't noticed it, where she holds the arm of her opponent and she just head kicks them. She head kicked Tamina twice while holding her right arm. It was pretty cool. It just looked brutal.
Really awesome.
It was. It looked like they were like trapped, getting destroyed while they were trapped. And then Naomi wins with a split-legged moonsault. And afterwards, Lana attacks Naomi and delivers a move I will try to describe to you.
Okay.
So you put one arm behind your back and lift the other leg up. Like the other person will lift one of your leg up, and then your opposite arm behind your back, and then sit out spinebuster you. Can you picture that?
Yes, and it sounds really brutal.
It looked pretty cool. I don't know what the point of the arm was. It stayed behind there. Usually they do that for to hurt an arm, for an arm submission. But it looked cool. It's just a sit out spinebuster really, but it's good enough. A good finisher for sure.
Better than a neck breaker.
Yeah, a lot better than a neck breaker. So next we have Jinder Mahal. The Singh Bros introduced him. I think that's their name. Or Sira, or Singh. I don't know. Gerv and Irv and Derv.
I don't pay attention.
I don't know their names.
To the Dumb and Dumber crew.
And I know them as the Hollywood or the Bollywood boys from the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. That's all I know them as. Mahal's entrance is pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen it. He kind of steps out, and right before the little Minitron, little red carpet kind of starts to roll out with a symbol in the back. I'm not sure. It kind of rolls out to the stage, and then he starts walking out with it, and then he stands there, I guess, until it reaches the end of the ramp when all of his Trons turn on, and his music starts playing louder. Something like that. It looks pretty cool. And Orton says, Mahal says that Bob Orton will be at ringside in the front row at Money in the Bank for his match against Orton.
We know who's getting beat up.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't know how old Bob Orton is. Can he take a bump?
I'm pretty sure he'll have to. I'm pretty sure he will.
Maybe he might get hit. I don't know if he's gonna, get taken out of the crowd though. I think he might get punched. Maybe.
I think he might get
pushed.
Might come out of the crowd when the Dumb and Dumber crew try to interfere in the match, and then he'll get beat up. He'll beat the Dumb and Dumber crew, and then Jinder Mahal come out and just like freaking clothesline him.
He needs that. A clothesline from Mahal. That's a big dude. I haven't seen Bob Orton in a while, but
I haven't either.
I have to assume he'll be wearing that cast. That Bob Orton. Are you familiar with that? He used to wear a big old cast on his arm and hit people with it. I hope he does that and takes out the Bollywood boys, because I'm still gonna call them that because I don't care. Mahal says that Orton won't face him out of fear, and shortly afterwards, Orton's music hits, and he sends the Bollywood boys to the ramp and then the stage to welcome Orton in. But Orton doesn't come from the stage. Of course, he comes from behind the ring, and then RKO's Mahal, and then slithers out and into the crowd and celebrates. That's basically all there was to that.
Orton is incredible. I love him.
I like him, and he is good, but I don't really want him world champ anymore.
I don't want Mahal champ.
Why not?
Because it doesn't make much sense.
What, he earned it?
Story-wise.
He earned it.
Okay, but he went from being on the same level as Kurt Hawkins to world champ in 1 week.
Because of the Bollywood boys.
Yeah. And
they're helping him. He still can't win a match clean by himself.
I don't want him world champ. I'd rather him go US champ first.
I like it because of how weird it is and unexpected and I guess new. And maybe that's not the best reasons to like it, just because it's new. But I think Mahal's good. I think he's got a good character package. He's got the two guys that help him win. He's got the arrogant foreign gimmick.
And we get USA champs.
We get USA champs for some reason. He's never against USA that much. He just likes speaking in his language. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why people are like, USA, don't speak Punjabi around us. This is USA, boy. You can't do that in America. So next we have Corbin and Ziggler backstage, kind of awkwardly sitting next to each other for some reason. I mean, they don't like each other, but which we find out in a couple seconds. They just they're sitting back there, putting their boots on. Corbin's dropping his elbow pad, trying to put it on. And Owens shows up, and oddly enough, he's trying to convince them that they need to work as a team, or at Money in the Bank, everything's going to be worse than it was when they started. He successfully convinces them. They're kind of like, I don't like you, and then Ziggler's like, oh, I don't like you, and then Owens like, oh, I don't like either of you, and then Corbin's like, oh, I don't like either of you, and then Ziggler's like, oh, I don't like any of this, and then Owens is like, come on, guys, and they're like, okay. That's basically all you need to know what happened.
I feel like Owens would be pretty good at being a peacemaker, just for a short time.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be for long. We know a little turn's not far behind. He's gonna powerbomb you as soon as he gets the chance. So next we have Natalya versus Charlotte. This match was good. I did enjoy it.
It sounds good.
It wasn't that long, if I remember correctly. It was only maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Excluding the commercial breaks, of course. But they did still do the little commercial mini screen thing. Sorry about that. So they showed the Money in the Bank briefcase for the women's. It was hanging above the match with Natalya and Charlotte, and it is white. It looked very nice. I put down some notable moves that were hit, and the whole ending sequence of the match. So Charlotte hits a nice moonsault on Natalya. I mean, her legs hit a little before it hit Natalya, but it looked good. And then Natalya hits a sit-out powerbomb on Charlotte, which is impressive. You don't see powerbombs too much in the women's division, and I like them a lot.
Which we should.
Yeah. And then there were a few near falls, and then Natalya goes for schoolboy, but Charlotte kicks out, and while Natalya's getting up, Charlotte quickly hits natural selection, gets the pin and the win. It was a pretty good match. It wasn't long enough for it to be really competitive, but you could see that, I think, in my opinion, they have really good chemistry together, And if there was ever a world title feud between them, it would be great in the ring.
Yeah, because Natalia's pretty good, even
Yeah.
though they don't show that ever.
Oh, but she quotes songs. Remember that? You remember when she quoted songs every week? That was cool. That's her gimmick.
And then Charlotte's incredible.
Cats and songs.
So, why don't they ever give Natalya something good? Like, everything they give her is just dull and boring.
She's a heart, Gavin. Vince McMahon still holding that grudge against Bret Hart for punching him. That's what it is.
Vince.
There's no other.
Could you just not?
Okay. So next up, we have my favorite part of the show, the Fashion Files. This time it was titled Sweet Victory. I went pretty in-depth, and I'm going to describe most all of it to you. So, it starts off with Fandango looking into a mirror, starting to rip his shirt open, saying how much he loves his pecs, and that he wants to show Breezy his pecs. But he can't find them. He doesn't know where Tyler Breeze is. So, he heads back to the office, where he finds Tyler Breeze knocked out against the destroyed office of the Fashion Police. And he kicks him, and Breeze wakes up very abruptly, yells, and he asks him what happened. Breeze said he was attacked by two hideous monsters. And then Dango asked to describe them. He took out a notepad, a pencil. Tyler Breeze said they had greasy hair, dry skin, and two arms. Fandango drew them. He asked Tyler Breeze if they were them. He said, yeah, that's them. And then they went after him. And then the camera panned down to the notepad, and it was just two stick men. Which is absolutely perfect. I love everything they do.
Fashion Files are incredible. They're always hilarious.
It was. They had a little picture of Sami Zayn, and under it said generic on their bulletin board. It's just so well done. So it feels thorough. Everything they did, they planned it out a lot, and it feels like they're in control. I don't know if they are, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, but it feels like this is what they want to do. Feels like they're having fun.
I hope they're in control of this.
They have to be having fun doing this. So we're already at the main event. We have Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Sami Zayn. This was also a pretty good match. They had a lot more time than Natalya and Charlotte did, and it was better in my opinion. But I would rather see Natalya and Charlotte because I'm kind of tired of these tag matches. Yeah. Past few weeks on SmackDown, it's been nothing but tag matches. I didn't watch last week, but they had that women's 6-woman tag.
I don't like 6-man tags anymore, only because they happen all the friggin' time.
I think we can thank the Shield for that. Because if you remember when the Shield showed up, I mean, it's not the Shield's fault, but I mean, that whole era, they started having 6-man tags every week, and it made sense back then because the Shield needed equal amount of
they needed
people.
the competition.
Yeah. But now...
Unless you put them against John Cena.
But... in fairness, WWE's figured out the perfect formula for 6-man tag. Every 6-man tag they usually have is pretty good, but the problem is that we see it all the time.
Yeah.
It happens every week, or it feels like it, and it definitely felt like it a couple years ago. It was too much. Every single week there was a main event tag match. It would start out with 3 guys, get 3 more guys, and oh no, Teddy Long comes out. 6-man tag, and I know it wasn't Teddy Long. So, I listed off some notable moves, and also I wrote down the finish. So one cool thing was Dolph Ziggler counters the Styles Clash to a DDT. So as Styles had him up for the powerbomb, he kind of lifted him up to his head where Ziggler was upright, and Ziggler kind of brushed his legs off and went down for a DDT. It looked really good. It wasn't quite perfect because AJ was on the wrong side of Ziggler's body, but AJ still sold it. Made it look really good because AJ is the best wrestler on the planet.
Or so you think.
Yeah. Oh, I also noticed that they didn't do the little commercial screen during the main event for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, throughout the whole show, at least during the matches, of course, they had the tiny little minimized WWE action screen And they didn't do that during the main event, even though it was in the middle of it. I don't know why. And I also noted that Shinsuke, AJ, and Sami Zayn were all wearing red, white, and black. Well, Shinsuke didn't have any white on him, but it looked nice. It made my eyes feel happy that they were all wearing the same colors. I don't know if it was on purpose or not by them. So the end of the match happens when Zayn is trying to get a hot tag, and then Ziggler and Owens and Corbin try to stop him. So Ziggler comes up, tries to stop him. Zayn throws Ziggler out of the ring. Owens comes up. Zayn throws Owens out of the ring. Corbin comes up. He throws Corbin out of the ring, and then he goes for the hot tag, but Owens and Ziggler pull Nakamura and AJ off the apron. Zayn doesn't get any tag. Nakamura is fighting Ziggler on the side. AJ is fighting Owens on the side. Sorry, there's a lot of people in this match. And then Sami Zayn, Corbin gets back in the ring with Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles kind of beats down on Owens. He gets on the apron. Corbin runs after AJ Styles because he sees him before Zayn gets back up. And then AJ hits him with like a forearm, like a Superman forearm kind of on the apron. He doesn't springboard, just like right on the apron. And then Corbin kind of falls back into the corner where Zayn hits the haluva kick, gets the pin, and then the victory.
Finally, Zayn gets the win.
Yeah, I really liked the ending because it was kind of, it doesn't happen. There's always a hot tag victory. Every single tag match has a hot tag victory. If you even want to call it a hot tag anymore, I'm pretty sure hot tags are not supposed to be predictable. They're just supposed to be, like, wanted, and when we finally have it, you're like, yes, yeah, finally! You got the hot tag, you got the biggest babyface in the ring, you're gonna get the victory. I don't know, but it was nice to see a different ending. But that wasn't the end of the night, as Ziggler and Owens attacked everyone as soon as the bell rang. They just beat down on Sammy, beat down on AJ. Nakamura was out for a while. He didn't show up for a while. They beat them down, and then Owens got a ladder, and they slammed the ladder into Sammy, slammed it into AJ, and then they put it down. And then they started arguing, and Baron Corbin ran back in the ring and attacked both of them. He hit Owens, which Owens fell on Ziggler. Ziggler fell out of the ring. And then he sets up the ladder, tries to start climbing it, before Shinsuke Nakamura re-enters the ring, knocks down Corbin, delivers the Kinshasa, puts the ladder up, climbs it, and takes down the Money in the Bank briefcase with, I like to add, a little bit of struggle. He just couldn't understand how that little hook worked. He just couldn't get it. But he did, and it ended with him standing on top of the ladder, holding the briefcase. Close the show.
Shinsuke is the best.
I love him so much.
I also like it when he speaks, because he doesn't do it much.
Yeah.
And when he does, it's always either hilarious or awesome.
Yeah.
Or both.
Because it's filled with charisma. He is charisma. There's no dictionary for it. There's just the definition of Shinsuke Nakamura, and then it's the definition of what charisma would be. I don't know that definition, so place that in there.
I don't either. So.
I put 2 notes here. No Rusev, which we kind of already pointed out, but he's gone. I don't know where he is. I'm pretty sure he's not injured anymore.
Might be filming Phantom of the Opera.
Why would that be a thing?
With that mask thing he had on for, his nose.
That's not a thing anymore. He doesn't have that anymore.
I know, but still.
Maybe I would love to see Rusev Broadway play. I'd watch that.
I would. And I hate Phantom of the Opera.
I'd watch anything. Why do you hate it?
I just don't like it.
Okay. Well, also no Ty Dillinger.
What?
Now Ty hasn't been on the show for about a month and a half, I think. He's not injured. Because I believe he wrestles dark matches, if I'm correct. I may be wrong on that. But yeah, Dillinger's just not around these days. I don't know why.
Why?
I have no idea. He should be in the Money in the Bank match.
Yes.
Instead of Kevin Owens, who should be defending that United States Championship.
What if he's surprised put in at Money in the Bank?
I'd be fine with that. But I think Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be better than nothing.
Yeah.
It'd be something, and if he wins, sure. I don't care who wins that match. I'm okay with that.
Daniel Bryan comes out. Oh yeah, by the way, Ty Dillinger's in this match. Good luck.
Yeah, where's Bryan? I haven't even seen him in like a month.
Maybe Brock Lesnar got a hold of him.
I would hope not. If Brock Lesnar touches him, he'll die. Oh no, well I guess that's more Edge. Bryan could probably take another bump. Bunch of doctors cleared him, right? WWE wouldn't.
Which I don't understand why.
I mean, you don't want to.
When you've got a bunch of other doctors to say, oh yeah, this dude can, go up against Brock Lesnar and be kind of okay.
Yeah, but you can't be too safe.
Can?
Okay. Sure, maybe you can't, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really speak on that much because I don't know what Bryan's condition is, and I don't know the reasoning for WWE. So I guess I can't really say much on that. But that's all SmackDown. In my opinion, it was not that good. It was okay. The Fashion Files was great. The main event was good. And Charlotte vs. Natalya was all right. But I'll say it was pretty good. But
so for the first week ever, it was not awesome. Okay, not since the brand split.
It wasn't not awesome, or it's been not awesome for a little while. If I'm being honest. I think since the shakeup, it's been not that awesome. But, and I'm sure you could probably say a little bit because Miz is gone. I miss him on SmackDown. That was pretty great. But the last hour of SmackDown was the best part. The first hour was not really much of anything. It was okay. I guess that's it. You want to close out? Any thoughts on anything? Predictions or hopes?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone who did. Goodbye.